Hello again. It is Thursday. I probably will save this footage and upload it tomorrow, Friday or Saturday. I've got a paper roll that's taking a trip in the back of the car every time I turn a corner again. I moved stuff around so I could get the boxes out of the back of the car after unloading the U-Haul. Anyway, here we get to go with this thing again. Every time I fight with this. So I'm on my way to the post office. I've got 3 very small packages. I sold 3 ornaments. Since I will not be doing, if I can talk, since I will not be doing any solds videos, I will just share photos of the 3 ornaments that I sold in a corner somewhere, over here, I don't know. And maybe I'll put the amount that I sold them for below them, just so you guys know what they sold for. This is not going to be, you know, I'm flying by the seat of my pants right now. I did sell some other items to one of my viewers, and I am not shipping those today because the box that I needed for them was in the car last night. So I told her they probably would not get shipped until Friday or Saturday. Since it's Thursday, it's probably going to be Saturday before I go to the post office again. And today I'm just taking 3 small boxes, so I'm not driving all the way to the one that I prefer that has the bins out back, because since these boxes are small, I can just drop them in the chute at the post office that I used to go to. Still not close, but not as far as the one that I usually go to. So if you've been around, you know. I'm not sure what, it's 11 o'clock and there's a buttload of traffic and it's Thursday. It's very weird. Anyway, so I sold these 3 ornaments, and then I sold, if you guys watched a recent ride with me, I picked up some things because the power was out of the house and I ended up going to some estate sales. Anyway, I sold the cat. I thought it was a planter, but I don't know what I was thinking, because there was just a small hole on one side of it. I didn't notice there was a little hole in his foot. So he's a creamer, you know. So anyway, Google Lens, thank you. But he sold, and I'll put his picture up here, and he's not getting shipped until Saturday either. I'll put the picture up here and what I sold him for, because right now I don't remember. And then the viewer who bought, and I will put her name up here, I can't think right now, so I cannot remember her first name. I'm just a walking brain fart today. Well, really for the past, I don't know, month. And it's just going to get worse because there's so much I have to get done in the next 2.5 weeks. I can't even think. So I guess I should get over, because I need to turn right up here so I can go to the post office, go in a different way than I normally do to go to the post office. Anyway, I sold 3 gourds to her. She's getting them as a gift for someone for Christmas, but I don't want to say any more than that, in case for some strange reason someone would happen to see this video. Not going to say any more than that, but I will put them up on the screen and what they sold for. My prices in my store right now are not low. I bumped everything up because I really was hoping that a lot of things wouldn't sell right now, other than the stuff that I have very recently listed, because I know where those things are, but a lot of my other stuff, I'm not sure where things are, because I've been going through boxes and pulling stuff out to get rid of, and I'm going to have to do a whole inventory after I get to Kentucky, and I get settled. You know, hopefully in December, I'll still have everything either listed or in my ended listings, you know, so that I can relist them if I ended them. But I'm just going to have the store on vacation once, or not, it won't even be my store. I'm just going to have time away for my items. because I don't want people buying anything after the 10th of this month. I'm not going to have time to be messing around with shipping anything, nothing. So, and I really shouldn't even be going to the post office right now, but I wanted to get out of the house away from you-know-who. I set my alarm so I could get up this morning again to try and go to the bathroom, and then I hurried. You know, it's just, you can't tell your body. I mean, some people, I will say, are very regular with using the bathroom. I'm not one of those people, you know? My body is very random and just decides, oh, hey, let's go to the bathroom right now. You know, it doesn't matter where I am or what I'm doing. Now, when I go on vacation, and my best friend and I, Anne, who lives in Florida now, but anytime we would go on vacation, neither one of us could, you know, go, but trying to go to the bathroom never happened. We had so much trouble, and it was just a topic of conversation when we were on a trip out of town, because it was an issue for both of us. So, and then it was so funny because I usually drove when we went out of town, and I would drop her off at home, and then I would no sooner be like halfway to my house, and my body knew that I was on the way home, and I could barely get home before I had to go to the bathroom. So strange. My body was just like, nope, we're not going in a strange place, and we did not. So anyway, that's TMI. You guys probably think I'm very weird anyway, but I'm going to take these little boxes in and drop them off. Then I have to go pick up my prescriptions. I needed to get groceries, but someone's out of ice, and I am not picking up ice for her. She can take a flying leap. She can load up her truck and get her own ice. I do not care. I'm done helping her and doing things for her after the way she treated me yesterday morning because I needed to use the bathroom. Really? You know, I already talked about it. Anyway, going in. Alright, off to pick up the prescriptions. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I did something really stupid at the swap meet when I went. The last time, I had a card table with 2 chairs, and I was like, I'm never going to need this again, so I sold them. And then I had another table that, I don't know how to describe how it worked. It was a white table, and it just was kind of long, rectangular shaped, and it had legs that you could attach underneath it, but they crisscross like this, and you could adjust the height depending on which notches you put the legs into on the bottom underside of the table. That's the best way I can describe it. So it was like an adjustable height table. I do not remember why I bought it, but I had it. So anyway, I sold that too. Well, now I want to go back to the swap meet, and I have no tables to put anything on. And I can't take totes like I did last time, because I had a couple of big totes that my mother had in the garage that she was just going to get rid of. And I used those, because they had lids, you know, I used those to put some of the boxes on. And then I just sold the totes. And there's still more totes, but I can't fit them in the back of the car if I have boxes of crap back there. And I don't know how the logistics are going to work with this, because if I put the stuff in the totes, I'd only be able to fit maybe 3 back there, and not even big ones, because my car just doesn't have that much room. I mean, I've used it to haul some things. I mean, really obnoxiously sized things in the past, but those totes are tall, and they're very wide, and they're long, like my mom's, you know, the really big ones. And I looked at U-Haul's website to see how much it would cost to rent a van instead, but it's longer, and then it would take up more of I'm not spending money on a rental, so I don't have enough stuff this time that is gonna bring in the money like it did last time. Like I had the Chevron cars, and I had some Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, and I had some M&M dispensers still, and all of those sold. Like that stuff went like hotcakes, and people got really good deals on stuff. I just wanted it gone. You know, I didn't want to have to deal with it anymore. I needed to go the other way. Shit. I am going the wrong direction to go to the store. So, what was I saying? Oh, I don't know what I'm going to put my stuff on. And the boxes are likely going to be fairly heavy, so it's not like I can just sit them on an empty box to raise them up higher. I don't know what I'm going to do. No clue. Can't believe I sold both those tables. I mean, I needed to get rid of them, you know, and I didn't think about it. I didn't think about possibly meeting them again, because I know I could have sold them next time, but I do not have any tables now, and they wouldn't hold that much stuff, but they still hold stuff. And then again, I used totes for a lot of the stuff. I had 3 of the big totes that I had boxes sitting on, and I used those white banker's boxes so I could fit at least 2 on each tote, 2 or 3. And I did sell some of the stuff that was sitting on the ground in boxes, but the stuff that was up on a tote or yeah, it sold better. So I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I gotta figure it out. I'm not renting tables, I'm not spending any money, and everything's gonna have to go behind my car. The parking space is about, see, I rented a 10-foot truck. I don't know if that's just the back part of the truck that's 10 feet. I think it is. I'm gonna have to look and see, because I know my car is not as long as that truck was. And I had a little bit of room behind the truck, but not very much to put some stuff. So I'm gonna have to put everything behind my car, or some things in the back of my car, and just prop the gate open. It stays open on its own, but sometimes it will fall down. So I'm gonna have to put something in there to keep it from falling on anybody. It's the last thing I need. Anyway, I'm just talking out loud. You guys are trapped in the car with me. So, and again, I'm not doing a lot of editing with these videos because it just eats up time. So, getting what you're getting. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna pick up my prescriptions, and then I'm gonna head back to hell. It's so difficult to get things done when she is acting like this, because I feel like I can't leave my room, because I never know when I'm going to get verbally assaulted. And when she was acting somewhat human-like for the couple of days leading up to me doing the swap meet, and then for the day after it was over with, you know, she was acting almost, I don't want to say, she was still being shitty, but not nasty, okay? There's a difference. Anyway, and now she's gone back to, you know, the original, how she is, and I can't freely leave the room to go out to the garage to put things in the garage or get things sorted, organized, whatever you want to call it, because I get nitpicked every time I do anything. And she wasn't doing it for those 3 or 4 days that I had there, where she was kind of acting like a human, so I could do things and get things accomplished. Man, I wish she would just stop being like this and act halfway normal until I get the hell out of here. She's not making it easy for me to get anything done. And the motivation is not there. Every time I wish I wouldn't let her do this to me. I don't know how not to. I don't know how to, I don't know what to tell myself to stop her things that she says and does from affecting me to the point where I can't focus. I can't think about anything. I had trouble sleeping last night because of the debacle yesterday morning with her mouth. You know, I hope the pharmacy's open. All right, I'm gonna pick my stuff up. I'm gonna quit yakking at you guys, and I will be back probably tomorrow or Saturday with more. Bye. Hello, it is Saturday. I am going to UPS. Sadly, the harness that was purchased for me by one of you guys does not fit my fat cat. It's like this much too small. So I have to return it and find another harness. I got the extra large. Like, you know, he must have gained weight since the last time I weighed him. So anyway, yeah, I tried to put it on him and he was not happy about it. I was gonna record when I put the harness on him to show you guys like how he acted or whatever, but I was like, I don't even know if this thing's gonna fit, you know, and I didn't know where to put the camera because I didn't know how much of a struggle it was gonna be to try and get him to hold still, you know. He was okay with me putting it on him, but then he just like fell over while I was trying to fasten it on the back, which is fine. I don't care if he falls over. He can lay on the front seat the whole way to Kentucky if that's how he wants to be, you know, be dramatic and whatever. Anyway, yeah, it doesn't fit. I tried a couple of times because I thought, well, maybe he was squirming too much and that's why, no. Plus it just Velcroed over his back and I don't think it would hold him. So I don't need him loose in the front of the truck with me. Anyway, I found a couple of other ones and I'm gonna have to order one of them like when I get home today. And what's going on with this thing? Anyway, I'll have to order it so that it gets here so I can try it, make sure it's gonna work, you know, since this is an issue now. I thought I would be okay with this. Now I'm having to look at the actual measurements because the one that fuzzy on my face, I could feel it. Anyway, the one that I got, or that my viewer bought, you know, it says up to, I can't remember right now, up to a certain amount of inches on the chest measurement, and like I said, it was about this much too small. So I'm gonna add 2 inches to it because I don't want it to be loose at all. I want it to be snug but not tight so that he's comfortable. He has to wear this thing for, you know, 3 days. So maybe 3.5 days, I don't know. And they're not giving me a lot of wiggle room, U-Haul, with this truck because I'm picking it up on a Monday and then I leave on Tuesday, you know, hopefully Tuesday morning, and I'm not sure how this is going to work with towing my car part. I don't know. When I pick up the truck, I'm probably going to have to leave my car there so that, because I don't want the car attached to the back of the truck while we're trying to load it, you know, with the movers. And so after the truck is completely loaded, then I will have to drive it back to U-Haul, get the car attached to it on the trailer, and then I can leave town. I'm going to have to talk to the people at U-Haul to even find out. And here's the other thing I found out from U-Haul. When I reserve the truck, it's not a guarantee that it's going to be at the location that I want to go to. Like, that's just like a suggestion. There's a chance they may not have the truck that I want or that I need. It's not really the one I wanted. It's the one I'm going to have to get. They may not have it at the location where I want to pick it up. So I could be driving all over hell and back to pick up my stupid truck and then have to go back there again to get the trailer and my car attached to it. So I guess the morning I'm leaving town will be the day that I get the car and the trailer attached to the back of the, the back of the truck. I don't know how this all works because it's just me. I don't have anybody helping me. It's not like someone can follow me, or get my car back to the house and then unhitch it. I don't know how that would work. I can't do that. And I'm not going to have anyone to help me do that. So, I don't know what this person's waiting for Christmas or what they're doing. We can't even talk. Okay. I'm stopping at UPS. I'll be back. All right. That has been returned now. So, usually, not always, but most of the time with Amazon, once you've returned the item and it's been scanned at UPS, you get your credit on your account. So, I'm hoping that will happen. If it doesn't, it's okay. I'll just pay for it and then the credit will show up. Okay. So I've already talked about the whole U-Haul debacle, and I don't know how this is going to work. Usually people have someone helping them, I mean, not always. I'm sure, quite a few people who have been in this situation before where it's just you and you have no one to help. So, I'll figure it out. Anyway, I mentioned in the footage from a couple days ago, I mentioned that I sold both of my tables at the swap meet last time I was there. And so just out of curiosity, I checked the auction website and I looked to see if any tables were going to be up for auction over the next few days. As luck would have it, the one auction house that I'm not crazy about has a table for auction. I'll probably get outbid because the most I'm spending on this thing is $10, and that's their minimum bid. No one else has bid yet, but that doesn't mean somebody won't. This thing looks like it's from the 70s. I'm not kidding. Maybe I'll stick a picture up here so you guys can see what it looks like. It's obnoxious, but it would do the job. So anyway, I bid $10 on it. It is 48 inches long by 20 inches wide, and I think they said it was 28 inches tall when it's assembled. You'll see what it looks like. I'll put the picture in the corner. It's horrible, but if I do win it, I think it will fit. I can put it folded, I mean, not folded, it doesn't fold, that's the other thing. It's 48 inches long, no fold in the middle, so it's this big long contraption, but I could lay it flat because the legs fold up underneath it, so I could lay it flat in the bottom of the back of the car and put my boxes on top of it for travel to the swap meet. So it would do the job. And then when I'm ready to leave, or when I've sold enough stuff that I'm, comfortable getting rid of it, I'll just sell it. I'll sell it at the swap meet. People bought the last two tables, even if I don't sell it. If I get it for $10, which I'm not going to bid any more than that because I don't want to spend any more than that. The space is already costing me $28. That's already been paid. And, if I spend 10 on this thing plus the auction fees and stuff, bring it up to like 12 something. So let's say $13, that's $41 already that I'm spending on this trip to the swap meet. Still far less than I spent last time, but again, I don't have the really cool stuff to sell. I have a lot of like collectible kind of things and just random crap that I don't want to drag with me that's going to get donated if it doesn't sell at swap meet. So, that's what's going on with that. So we'll see if I get the table or not. But I was like, okay, if I spend $10 on it, I should be able to turn around and sell it for at least $5 just to get rid of it. So it'll only end up costing me like $7 for this table. It would have cost me more to rent one, because I checked into that, and it's way too expensive to rent tables, you know, because I was going to do that the last time. So, and as far as the big totes go, I could fit maybe one of those in the back of the car, and then I would have to try to put the boxes inside it. It just, and those totes aren't square. You know, they're weird shaped, and there's areas down in there where you're wasting room. I don't care for those, for totes, really. I'm not a fan. I like the ones that have the interlocking lids. Those I like. You don't have to mess around with lids flying all over the place. They just fold down, you know. They're easier to use, and they're more functional for me anyway. I don't know about anybody else, you know, but, and they stack nicely. It's a whole different thing. So, anyway, that's as far as the table goes. I'm trying to think what else I was going to tell you guys about. Oh, I had some more sales. Not a lot, but I sold one of those H.R. Geiger books. The original, not number 2. I've still got number 2 listed. I did bring the price down significantly, and I sent someone, I had some watchers, I sent out an offer. I need the money, you know, and I wanted to get rid of it. If I had the time and I could have sat on it, really, person, you're just gonna pull over in front of me and crawl? I love people that do that. Okay, what is your deal, dude? Going to be super fun driving this big truck, because everybody's going to be cutting me off. I already know it. I'm going to be I'm not going to be a happy person. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm going to have to take some music with me that'll keep me calm. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, the Geiger book. I sold it for, I don't remember how much. It was under $100. Now, if I had the time to sit on things, I could probably have gotten at least $140 for it, if not more. It wasn't a first edition. The Necronomicon 2 that I have is a first edition. So that one, and I don't have any watchers on that one. I don't know if there were more of those printed or what, but the original Necronomicon is the one that's really worth more. But the jacket was messed up, and there's a couple of like dents in they're not rips or anything, but there's a couple of dents in the actual cover of the book, the hardcover. And so anyway, I sent the guy an offer, and I think I netted 80 something, so it's fine. I'm really happy with that. I'm not gonna complain. Yes, I could have gotten more money if I could have sat on it. I need the money now. I need the money now. Money, money, money. That's like my mantra right now. And I'm not normally that kind of a person. I'm normally just you know, sure, I want to sell things for as much as I can get out of them, but you know, I didn't start doing this to make a bunch of money. I started doing it for something to do, first of all. And because I can't do a normal job with my back and my hips the way they are. Nope. Because there's times when I'll be sitting there and I'm like, need to lay down, because I just have to lay down. There's too much pressure. And you can't do that at a job. So anyway, I started doing it because it would give me something to do. I enjoy doing it. I like going out finding stuff. That's really the fun part, you know. Going out finding things, and every once in a while you get really lucky and you find something that's worth a buttload of money and you hardly pay anything for it. So that's like super exciting, you know. So there's some parts of it that are like kind of thrilling, or they can be. And so, plus I like that I can find things wherever I'm at, whether it's Phoenix or when I moved to Kentucky, you know, that maybe somebody in the other part of the country wouldn't run across, and they would like to have that thing, you know. Anyway, I have sold a couple of other things. I wrote them down because I wasn't sure if so much going on in my head right now. It doesn't know where to be. My brain is like, where are we going this time? So I sold this turkey planter that I've had lots of people watching. I don't remember. I'll put the amounts I sold stuff for. None of the stuff I'm putting up here with prices on it includes the shipping. I'm not even worried about the shipping. Shipping is, you know, it doesn't matter right now. It's inconsequential. So, you know, it cost the person some money to get the item. But I'm just more concerned with how much the item was listed for or how much I sold it for. So that's what you're going to see. Anyway, I sold the H.R. Geiger book, so yay. And I sold the turkey planter. It was really kind of cool. I don't remember where I got it. Maybe an estate sale. I don't know. Anyway, so I sold that. And then I sold 2 more Star Trek ornaments. I'm telling you, if you find Star Trek ornaments and you can get them for like at a yard sale or whatever, for like $1 or whatever, most of them, so far anyway, have sold for over $10, if not $20. I mean, the ones that I just sold didn't sell for that much, but they were still worth listing for sure. You know, I could have sped through this light. I'm in the crosswalk now. I hate that. Anyway, so I've had, you know, a decent amount of sales since I opened the store back up. I'm glad I did it because I think, now I don't want to shoot myself in the foot here, but I think that with the money I've got in my checking account now, the other money that's in the coffee, buy me a coffee account, I'm going to request a payout on that, and that pays out on Wednesday. I think I've got a little over 100 in that account now. Anyway, between what I've got in my checking account, what I've got in the coffee stuff, what I have coming from eBay, can't remember. Oh, and then I'll have my Social Security that's coming in next Wednesday, I think. I have to use some of that for bills, obviously. I have insurance that's got to get paid, you know, my car and renters. And I'm going to get those transferred to Kentucky. I know my rates are going to drop. But here's the thing that I'm concerned about. With Progressive, they hit you with a big charge right at the beginning when you change your policy. And then the next month it's way lower, you know. I don't need a big charge right now. Okay, why is this person? I'm on a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. This person is driving 28. What are you doing and how ancient are you? Oh no. Okay. They're going to cause an accident. They're going so slow. If somebody's not paying attention, they're going to run into them. Oh well, it's not my problem. Okay, anyway, I think, because I told you guys I needed at least a minimum of $4,000 to pay for the truck and the trailer, to pay for my gas. These are just the essentials. And what else? Oh, the movers, because I have to hire some movers for a couple hours. And I think there was one more thing. I can't remember. It doesn't have anything to do with hotels or food or any of that stuff. This is just what I absolutely have to have. And this is if the gas prices don't change. It's going to be right around $800 for gas. If I'm figuring the gas right. If I don't get... There's a bunch of ifs flying around right now. If I don't get stuck anywhere in traffic because of some horrendous accident... Crap happens, you know. I've seen, well, anyway, I could talk about that. There's a highway that I have to use to go through Payson, and it's the only way to go. Sometimes there are accidents on that road, and it gets backed up for hours. Like, we're talking half a day before they can let anybody out, get through, whatever. Do not need that to happen. But stuff happens, you know? So, anyway, all that said, with the essential funds that I need, I think I'm there, or I will be next Wednesday. So anything I make at the swap meet, and if I happen to sell anything else between now and then on eBay, and I can get those funds before I leave, that will be a little bit of a cushion for me, which is really, I'm not a person I'm not one of those people that would go on vacation and take just how much money I need. That does not happen. I always made sure I had a little bit extra, a couple $100 over what I need, because you just don't know what's going to happen. You just don't know, and especially with it being just me going across country, I'm going somewhere I've never been before. It's all, whatever. I just, I need that cushion so that I can relax and feel okay about the trip, So I think I'm there. I think I am. I'm close. Very, very close. And I thank you guys again so much. I can't even tell you how much I appreciate all the help, all the support. You guys have been so unbelievably amazing. I can't. There's no words. It's just, especially when there's so many people in the country right now, over in the area where I'm going to be moving to, well, not in that area, but close enough, who are without homes right now. I've had a couple of moments where I felt guilty, because there's so many people who don't have anything right now, and I'm getting help to move. If I wasn't in the situation that I'm in, where she's so awful, and I didn't absolutely have to leave when I'm leaving, I would probably be donating half of my money, just because I know what it's like. Now, I've not had a hurricane, knock on wood, but I have had a fire, and my kids and I lost 90%, 95% of everything we owned in a fire. I know what that feels like. You just are lost, you feel like the ground just disappeared out from under you. It's horrible. So bad. I wouldn't wish that on anybody, and I know what it's like. So it just makes me, the fact that you guys have helped so much makes me feel even more grateful, because there are people out there who need it more than I do. And I'm so appreciative. Anyway, I'm at the post office. I'm going to drop these boxes off. I need to go to the grocery store. I don't want to go to the house with groceries because, she'll be in the kitchen and I'll have to tiptoe around her to put everything away. Whatever. Anyway, I'm going to stop this for now. I keep seeing yard sale signs. You have no idea how hard it is not to go look. Part of me is like, ooh, maybe they'd have something really good for really cheap and I could sell it really fast and that'd give me more money. It's how your brain works when you do what I do. It's just one of the, it's part of it, I guess. At least for me it is. Now anyway, especially since I need the money, that's where my brain goes if I see something for sale. It was really kind of easy for me not to look at other things on the auction website. I was just looking for a table, like when I was looking for the refrigerator. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, the refrigerator. So I may have shared some pictures of the one that I bid on. It had a big dent in the freezer door where it had gotten banged against something, And anyway, I was looking at I didn't really pay attention when I picked it up. I should have, because it could have gone badly for me. The refrigerator that I brought home is not the refrigerator I bid on. It does not have a big thing in the front door on the freezer. I think I'm going too fast. Okay. Anyway, when I figured that out, I got concerned because I was like, crap, I've got the wrong fridge. Because there was a couple of them it's the same brand. It's the same model refrigerator. So there's nothing different about it other than the damage. The damage on this one is on a back corner. Just on a corner, just the corner. It's got a crunch in the corner. Who cares, you know? And I really didn't care about the damage on the freezer door, but this one looks better, so aesthetically, but I didn't know if it was going to work because there were a couple of them that got auctioned that had not been tested, and they only had a 3-star rating, and I'm not sure why. Either they didn't work or something wasn't right, you know, or the inside parts weren't all still there, like shelves were missing or whatever. Anyway, this one has all the shelves. It looks better from the outside. You know, everything is still taped in place on the inside, like when you get something new so that the shelves don't fly around and stuff. Anyway, I plugged it in and it works. So I got a better refrigerator, technically, than I was supposed to. So I was very happy about that. So that was good news. I'm just glad it works. You know, it's working. The freezer was getting freezery, and I only had it plugged in for and it was in the garage in the heat. I had it plugged in for like an hour maybe, and the fridge wasn't super cold, but the freezer, you can feel like if you put your hand on it, you know, it starts to get frozen, you know. Anyway, so it was working. So I was very happy about that. So that was some good news, yay. I do have to try and find a piece of plywood. I'm going to have to measure this thing and go to Home Depot. Sometimes they have a box. Most Home Depots, or in the past anyway, they have a box with like end cuts of things in it, and there'll just be like random pieces of wood in it. And usually I can find something that's close to the size that I need, and then you can pay them to cut it for you, or they just cut it for you. I need to get a piece of wood that's about an inch bigger around than my refrigerator, because she's got carpeting. My friend has carpeting in the room. She said it's trash, so I'm fine with that. I don't care. I told her if she wanted to rip up the carpet, I am completely fine with cement floors. I do not care. That'd be easier for me because of the cat. You know, I could throw a couple of rugs down and I'd be fine with cement floors. I don't care. You know, if he throws up, then it's not going to be in carpeting, you know. And I don't like carpet. It holds the heat, and I just don't like it. I don't like carpet, but the carpet's still there. So I can't sit the refrigerator running the carpeting, and so I need to have something underneath it. Oh, there's no estate sale. Oh no, this can get me in trouble. Why am I turned the wrong way, and now I'm coming down a road that says estate sale. Am I supposed to be here? Maybe I'm supposed to stop at this estate sale. I'm all gross. I haven't had a shower yet this week, and because I have to, well, I don't see any more signs, so that's okay. I missed it. I'm fine with that. Don't need to be going to any estate sales. So that's okay. I think it was a fluke of a sign. Yeah, I don't know where. It just says estate sale on the corner. Oh, 8650 North 65th Avenue. I'm kind of tempted to 8650. I'm tempted to go just because it seems, I'm one of those people that sometimes I think things happen for a reason. Like that's 8650 North 65th. I'm going to pause this and see what happens. Okay, I just spent, I went to the estate sale. There was these two guys, one of them was from England, and they came in to take care of their mom's estate because she passed away, obviously. And anyway, there wasn't a lot of stuff, but there was a couple things that were very interesting. And so I'm going to use this to keep all of my electronic stuff in that I need access to. Batteries, my phone charger, cables, cords, that kind of stuff, my MP3 players. It's a very little, I think I paid $3 for this, $2 or $3 for this bag. It's brand new and it's leather. So it's got a bunch of compartments. This thing will be perfect for, I can keep my tea flavor in it. It's going to keep all of my stuff that I need, my batteries for my vape juice. Any of my weird little stuff that I need to keep in the cab of the truck with me is going in this. So, I got that. And then they had this weird bowl. This was made in Italy. It's stamped Italy on the bottom. I don't know what it is. And this is probably one of those things that will take a while to sell. But I just thought it was really cool. So I got that. I think I spent $26. No, 21. It was just over 20. Anyway, this brush, I don't know how old this is. Okay, I got a music box. You can kind of hear it playing in the background because I touched it. So it's moving. It plays Old Susanna. I'll show you that first so I can get it out of the way. Anyway, it's a banjo, and it plays Old Susanna. And the lady that owned it, or someone gifted this to her, she wrote a little note on the bottom who it was from. So I can't see the maker name on the bottom of this, but I think this was $3. So that's what I got. I got that. And this brush was very interesting to me. I don't think this is ivory because the brush looks too new, but it could be I don't know. I'm going to Google Lens this thing and see what this is. It's a brush and it's really, I don't know, it was just different. So I got that and I got the bowl, and then okay, I'm gonna put this stuff back in the little bag that I got for me, and then I'll sell the bag after I get to Kentucky and I don't need it anymore. If I haven't destroyed it, I will sell it. So let me put all this crap back in here. I got this camera box thing, paid a couple dollars for this, and I think this is from the 80s, 70s or 80s. That's what it looks like. Anyway, it's in very good condition. They had some cameras too, but I don't want to mess with electronics that could not work when somebody gets them, so I just didn't. I got a couple hats. I'm not a hat person, but they had a couple that I thought, this one says City of London on it. These are like new. Nobody ever wore these. You can tell they were never worn, you know, nothing. And then this one, Desert Storm 1991. So those are the two hats that I picked up. Again, I'm not a hat person. I don't do well with hats, but I thought, well, maybe those will sell. Okay, the other two things that I got, I'm only going to show you guys one of them. The guy from England told me the story about these so that I would know what they are. They're pudding bowls, and the Queen, every year, I think he said at Christmas, she gives out a gift to anyone that's staff. And this is there's two of them here. This one is from, I don't know which year. Anyway, there was two of them. They're still in the box. But they're gifts. Anyway, this guy had a friend who was actually the postman for all of the residences that were royalty. And he would have to run things from one place to another, even if it was like 5 o'clock at night. He's supposed to be getting off work. Nope, you're going to run this lettuce to this other house because they're having a dinner tonight. So anyway, he got these bowls at Christmas time and he gave them to the man that was here, and then this guy who I was talking to sent them to his mother. So anyway, there's a stamp on the bottom, and it's Queen Elizabeth II. and I've got the box, and there's a card that came with these. There's a recipe for Christmas pudding. That's what these are for. And the card has the year 2002, I think this one is. Christmas and New Year. There's a little card that came with it, and then there's the instructions how to make the pudding. I think that's in here. He showed me everything. Both of them weren't exactly the same. Yeah, this one has the directions on it. I think that's what this is for the Christmas pudding. Anyway, I thought those were really cool. And they were $12 for both of them. That's the most I spent was on these, but I was like, you know, maybe these will be worth something because they're not going to be, not everyone's going to have these. You know what I mean? They might not sell right away, and that's all right. So that's the first one. Maybe I will show you this one too, because this one actually still has the cover that came with it, that came with the bowl. There's a little cover on the bowl that's got a ribbon, and this one, I don't know which year this one is. It doesn't say on here. But there's the other recipe thing, and it's embossed on the bottom, and Her Majesty's whatever, Queen Elizabeth II. Anyway, this one, I was going to try to see what year this one is. I think the other one was 2002. I don't want to honk my horn, scare the crap. This is an old folks community, so I could put my glasses on, but that would make this easier. I think this one, I can't tell. I can't see it. My glasses are stuck to my chest, and there's a box on them, so I'm not moving it right now. Anyway, this one has the little cap for it still, so I thought these were, he said I could have both of them for $12, and I was like, you know, I don't know, maybe it was a mistake, but I thought they were really cool. And the little story that he told me that goes with them about how he came into, you know, owning them or whatever. The guy gave them to him because he got them from, you know, from the queen or the queen's whatever. Anybody that was staff got these at Christmas time. So if you worked for the royal household at Christmas, you got these pudding bowls. And so yeah, that's at least the story I was given. He could have been feeding me a line of whatever, but I don't think he was. They were really nice people, these guys. You know, they were just, I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I got. I didn't spend a ton. I will list them. This stuff obviously will be going with me if it doesn't sell before the 10th. So I have to look up those pudding bowls and see if they're even worth, you know, if they're even worth anything. But since the queen is no longer, oh, the lettuce that the post guy, the lettuce that he had to take from one house to the other was from the king, from King Charles, but he was Prince Charles at the time, from his organic garden. So he had to take this whole giant thing of lettuce to this other house because they were having a dinner. I thought that was amusing. Anyway, that was one of the stories that went along with those pudding bowls. So, all right, I think, oh, I still have to get rid of my cardboard. Okay, so that's the only thing I'm doing today that was not on the agenda. I ended up being in there for like 45 minutes. Not like, I mean, I don't have anywhere I have to be. I just have a bunch of shit I have to do. So I don't really have time to be farting around at estate sales, visiting with people. But they were really nice. And I think I got a decent deal on, is this gate going to just close on me? Hello? Open. This is one of the subdivisions or one of the complexes that I applied to that I never got a call for. So it wouldn't have been bad to live here. It's actually pretty nice. It's a 55 and over, and some of the units are sliding scale. So, but they never called me. I'm supposed to live in Kentucky. That's the way I'm looking at it, you know? That is where I'm supposed to be. So I'm going there. I'm finished with Phoenix. Enough of this weather. Anyway, so I will go get rid of this cardboard. If I can figure out where I am now. I drove around in this neighborhood. I got turned around after I told you guys I was gonna go look, see if I could figure out where the estate sale was. They were just doing it themselves. They didn't, you know, no company doing it or whatever. So it's pretty awesome. I got to hear a cool story about the Queen's staff and how that all works. You know, who gets to hear those kind of stories all the time? Not everybody. So that was kind of fun. Got a little side quest finished that I wasn't aware was going to happen. Okay. I don't think there's anything else I need to tell you guys about. I gotta stop at the grocery store. I don't want to buy anything that has to go in the refrigerator because I'm going to have to contend with you-know-who when I get home to put my stuff away, and I really don't want to, you know, have to come face to face with her in the kitchen. The only time I can go out and get anything out of the fridge without having to worry about it is if she's glued to the television because she's watching her propaganda crap, or if she's outside with the chickens and the cats, you know, doing whatever. And she doesn't go outside that much because she's too worried about missing something on TV. And I'm telling you, he, you know who, has been on TV every day. Now, I don't know if they're playing reruns of stuff that happened the day before or what's going on, but he talks for hours, just hours. I don't know what he's talking about. I only hear little bits and pieces here and there when I'm walking through to go to the bathroom. But he doesn't shut up. He just is nonstop. And she's swallowing all of it, hook, line, and sinker. You know, I just don't understand. And I'm not crazy about the other side. Trust me. You know, we're so screwed. I think either way, I don't know. I'm hopeful, you know, but I'm not even, I found out I'm not even, I don't know if I told you guys this, I'm not even registered to vote, and I don't know why. I checked my voter registration and I'm not registered, and I have my voter registration card from 2020 with my ID number on it and everything that they sent me, and I am no longer registered to vote. And I'm like, what the hell? How did that even happen? And I'm a Democrat. I'm registered as a Democrat, you know. I don't always align with the Democrat stuff. Quite often I don't. I really don't align with the far-right Republican crap, but I don't always align with the Democrat stuff. There's a happy medium that no one can seem to find for some reason, and we can't seem to get there, you know. Nobody. Whatever. Enough about that. Okay, this parking lot has the worst speed bumps of any parking lot I've ever been in. I drove around here the last time I was here was to donate a bunch of stuff, and so you know, I had to go over these speed bumps. That's how I found this garbage can that takes recycled cardboard. Anyway, okay, I'm just yakking for no reason now. Nervous energy is what it is, you know. I will see you guys soon. And again, I'll put the image, I hope I will have put images up with the prices that things sold for on the screen, one side or the other. I don't know. That's what you're getting for my solds video before I leave, because there isn't going to be any. So if that's what you're here for, I'm sorry. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Again, thank you for everything. I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, don't try to turn off the phone while you're going over a speed bump.